Hello everyone and welcome to today's video on top 20 front-end developer interview questions at Simplilearn. These are the questions that every developer should know. So whether you are preparing for front-end job interview or just looking to sharpen up your skills, this video will guide you through practical, real-world questions covering from JavaScript fundamental to React and front-end frameworks and also about HTML and CSS. So guys, watch this video till the end. But before we move on, just a quick info guys, Simplilearn has got Merge Stack Developers Master Program. You can become job ready with this full stack developer course which is built in collaboration with IBM. This course will advance your career as a Merge Stack developer. You will learn top skills such as MongoDB, Express.js, React, Node, plus Git, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. You will be also learning to build and deploy interactive applications and services throughout this course. So guys, hurry up now and join the course. The course link is mentioned in the description box. So let's get started. So let's start with our first question. And our first question is, how would you remove duplicate values from an array in JavaScript? Suppose you have an array ARR in which you have elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 5. Now, you can pause the video and think about it. So basically, what we are going to do, we are going to create a unique array, okay? So let us give it name as unique AR. And the next thing is we are going to be using the spread operator to copy all those elements. Plus, after that, we are basically using set to store unique values and through which we can spread them back to the array. So if you want to remove duplicates, so you have to use set. Now, let us discuss our question number 2. So our next question is, explain the difference between this and this in JavaScript. So guys, you can see all over here, here we have 2 equal sign, here we have 3 equal signs. So basically, if we talk about this, okay, this double equal to sign checks only value, okay, like 5 equals to 5 or not. So it's going to return true or false. Whether if we talk about this, this is checking both value and type. Suppose, for example, if I say 5 equal 5, so this is going to be true. Now, if I say 5, okay, so this will be false. So this is how, this is a basically major difference between these and these operators. Now, let us move ahead and discuss a bit about our third question. So our next question is, how would you implement debounce function in JavaScript? So basically debouncing does what guys? It delays the function execution until after a pause in events. Now first let us understand what exactly is debounce. So debouncing is a programming technique which is basically used to limit the rate at which the function is executed. It ensures that the functions run only after a specified delay once the user has stopped performing the action. Why would you need this? There are certain events like scrolling, resizing or typing in a search box. So that triggers the function rapidly. Without control, this can lead to performance issues and unnecessary function execution. So this is basically is called debouncing. Now, if you are being asked to write a debouncing function, so you could write something like this. So create a function, okay. Say we have debounce and give 2 argument, okay, function and delay. Then what you do guys, go to the next, let's declare the timeout value, okay. Then you're returning the given function all over here, create a context, okay, then create the arguments, then clear the timeout, then use the set timeout function and then finally apply the context which you have created all over here, and finally add delay all over here. So this is how you create a debouncing function. Now let's move ahead and discuss about our question number 4. Okay, so your next question is, write a function to check if the string is palindrome or not. So think about it and you could start certain thing like this. So create a function, okay, all over here and check whether it's a palindrome or not, and in which you will take the input argument as a string, okay. Now what you do guys, first split, then reverse it, and then join it. And if the given string is equals to the reverse string, then you get it as a palindrome. Very simple logic, guys. So you can follow along. Basically, we reverse the string and then it compared to the original one. So that's the logic. Let us move ahead with our question number 5. So our next question is, how would you deep clone an object in JavaScript? So if you want to perform deep cloning, okay, so you can use json.parse, but this method does not support functions or undefined. So this is how you can implement it. So what you do, guys, suppose you are creating a deep clone. So const deep clone, and after this use the parser. Okay, so let's say json.parse, json.stringify, and put the object value all over here. Okay, so this method actually is not supporting functions or undefined. That's one thing you need to remember. So this is one of the solution for this. So you can deep clone with this method. Now let us move ahead and discuss about our next question. Now our next question is something like this. What is the difference between null and undefined in JavaScript? So if we talk about null, it explicitly assigned absence of value. Okay. Now if I talk about undefined, it is a variable which is declared, but it is not assigned. So null, basically you have absence of value, okay, and undefined means you have declared the variable but you have not assigned any value to it. So that's what the basic difference is. Sometimes they can ask you this question, okay, so have a clear thought about it. Now let us discuss about our question number 7. Now our next question is, what is the difference between event bubbling and event capturing in JavaScript? This is a very interesting question, guys. You can pause the video, think about it, and let me know your solution. Now, let us discuss the solution for this. Suppose when an event occurs on an element inside a nested structure, it does not directly trigger the event listener on that element, but it basically follows a specific event propagation model in JavaScript. What is the event propagation phases, guys? The first one is capturing phase, where the event starts from the topmost parent, which is a window or a document, and moves down to the target element. Then the next is the target phase, where the event reaches the actual target element where it was triggered. And third is a bubbling phase or propagating up, when the event starts bubbling up from the target element back to the root, like to the window or document. So if we talk about event bubbling, event that travels from the target element upwards to its parent element, this is called basically event bubbling. And if multiple elements have event listeners, the innermost element's event triggers first, then it moves outward. If we talk about event capturing, here events travel from topmost ancestor, which can be a document, to downward to the target element. So guys, this is a basic difference. Let us move ahead and discuss about our next question. Now, our next question is also very interesting. So it asks, what is the difference between call, apply, and bind in JavaScript? So the basic difference is, if we talk about call method, it invokes a function immediately and sets this to the specified object. And here, arguments are passed individually. Now, if we talk about apply, apply is also similar to call, but arguments are passed as an array. Here, apply is useful when arguments are already in array format. Next, let us discuss about bind method. So bind basically returns a new function with this set to the provided object, and it does not invoke the function immediately. So bind is useful when we want to create a function with a specific this context, but we want to execute it later. So this is what the basic difference between a call, apply, and bind in JavaScript. I hope so, guys, you would have got a brief idea regarding this. Now let us move ahead and discuss about our next question. So the next question is based on React. Okay, so React is a very popular front-end programming languages, and most of the jobs, the employers are asking you to have a knowledge of React. So do learn React, guys. Simplilearn has got a complete course on React. You can check out on our YouTube channel. Now, let us discuss some interview-related question with React. Okay, now let us discuss about this question. And the question is, how would you optimize a React component performance? So guys, the answer would be, you can use react.memo for functional components. You can use callbacks to memorize the functions. You can use useMemo to memorize the calculations. And the most important thing is that you have to avoid any unnecessary state updates. Now, let us discuss about our next question. Now, the next question is, what are hooks in React and why are they useful? So, hooks like useState, useEffect, useRef, these allow the functional components to manage state and lifecycle behavior without needing the class components. So, whenever you are thinking about updating the state and all, hooks are very, very much important in respect to the functional components which you are creating for your application. So, guys, this is the reason. Now, let us discuss about our next question. Our next question is, what is the difference between useEffect, okay, and this is the given callback, and this useEffect, and you are putting a dependency array. Now, if we talk about this, guys, so the answer for the same question would be that if we talk about this, guys, then this means that it runs on mount. But if you talk about dependency, so it runs when the dependency changes, okay. So this is the side effect caused by the useEffect hook. So it's also a very important question. It might be asked in your interview. So have a closer look on this. So our next question is, how would you prevent re-rendering of a child component in React? You can pause this video, guys, and think about the solution. So the answer of this question is, you can use react.memo, okay? So react.memo, and you can put component inside and make sure that this is capital, okay? So react.memo component, if you use it, this will be helpful if you want to prevent the re-rendering. Second is, you can use callbacks, okay? Callbacks are very much important. So there is a hook called use callbacks. You can use this, and it can be used for a function and getting passed as props. And you can use memo basically for derived values. So this is how you prevent re-rendering. I hope so, guys, you would have got a brief idea like the answer to this question. Our next question is, explain the virtual DOM and how it works in React. You can pause this video, guys, for a while and think about the given solution. So the answer is, actually, React creates a very lightweight copy of DOM, which is called as virtual DOM. So when the state is changing, it compares the virtual and the actual DOM and updates only after the parts are changed. So that was explanation of virtual DOM is. Very important question, guys. You can read on the official documentation of React, like how React is actually increasing performance by using virtual DOM. Now let us discuss about our next question. Our next question is, what is Redux and why it is used? So if we talk about Redux, guys, Redux is a state management library that stores a global state in a single store, which allows better state predictability. So this is, basically works as a global state management framework. So basically it is complemented with React, okay? So this is very important question, guys. Just think about it. They can ask you about Redux, okay? Now let us move ahead and discuss some of the CSS and the HTML type questions. Now if we discuss about our question number 15, this is a practical problem. So it's saying, how would you make a div center both horizontally and vertically? So the solution for this is that use display flex, you can use justify content center, and you can use align item center. Let me show you. Okay. So guys, this is the given code where you are using display as flex, justify content center, align item center. So with these help, you can basically make a div center both horizontally and vertically. Now let us discuss about our question number 16. So our question number 16 is, how can you create a responsive grid layout using CSS grid? So guys, the answer for this solution is, you can use grid template columns, okay, and you could use the repeat parameter all over there. Let me show you the given code. So here basically what you are doing that in the grid container you are displaying grid, then in the grid template column there is repeat, okay, then autofill, use min-max, okay, and you are giving gap as 20 pixels. Now in this way you can create a responsive grid layout. Let us move ahead and discuss about our next question. So our question number 17 is something like this. How do you make a div's background color gradually change on hovering? Okay, so you can pause the video and think about it. So the solution for the same is you can use transition, okay, feature of CSS, and you can set the background like for 0.3 seconds or something, and use the ease in out functionality. So let me show you guys. The transition is basically the feature which you want to use. So guys, this is the given technique, how you are using it. Let's suppose your background is blue, but you are using the transition feature all over here. And background for 0.3 seconds, you are using ease and out feature. And upon hovering, the background is changing to red. So this is how you make a div's background color gradually change on hovering. Amazing question, guys. Now let us discuss about our question number 18. So guys, our question is, how do you create a sticky header in CSS? Now this is also an interesting question. So what you could do here, that you could use position as sticky, okay? So that feature, you will make a sticky header. Let me show you given code. So guys, you can see all over here that in this dot header, I have put position as sticky, top 0, background as white, and Z index as 100. So in this way, I'm creating a sticky header. So guys, our question number 19 is, what is the difference between relative, absolute, fixed, and sticky positioning in CSS? Very interesting question, guys. So the answer to the same is, if we talk about relative, okay, so it moves related to its normal position, okay. If we talk about absolute, it moves related to the nearest positioned ancestor. Where similarly, if I talk about fixed, it stays in place even scrolling. And sticky means it sticks to a position when you are scrolling past it. So that's what the major difference between relative, absolute, and fixed and sticky is. So guys, that's the final question. And the question is, how would you handle API calls in JavaScript? Very interesting question. And your interviewer might ask you to write a code to explain him how would you do it. You can pause the video, think about it, you can write a function through which you can handle API calls. So here's a solution for the same. So guys, as you can see all over here, so I have written a async function. Let's say we are fetching a data. Now we have created try and catch block for exception handling, and here let us have a response variable, and we are awaiting, and basically we are fetching the data from this given URL. Then it is waiting for a response, and finally when the data is received, you are printing out that data. If you're not getting it, then you're printing out the error. So in this way, it's a very easy way to handle API calls in JavaScript. So guys, this was the code for handling the API calls in JavaScript. Basically we use fetch with async and await for cleaner syntax and error handling. So guys, that was all for today's video. I hope so you would have enjoyed our top 20 front-end interview questions. Thank you guys for watching this video.
Staying ahead in your career requires continuous learning and upskilling. Whether you're a student aiming to learn today's top skills or a working professional looking to advance your career, we've got you covered. Explore our impressive catalog of certification programs in cutting-edge domains, including data science, cloud computing, cybersecurity, AI, machine learning, or digital marketing. Designed in collaboration with leading universities and top corporations, and delivered by industry experts, choose any of our programs and set yourself on the path to career success. Click the link in the description to know more.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.